What's up, YouTubers? Mr. McRaven here, back again with another Borderlands 2 episode, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at relics with elemental damage types, and we're also going to be discussing cooldown rates as well. The reason I'm doing this video is it's in answer to a comment left by a viewer on one of my previous videos who wanted to know how the elemental damage works on your character, how it affects the gameplay, and you also wanted to understand how the cooldown rate works with cooldown rate relics as well. So what we've done is I've come here to Marcus's shop, and I'm going to be using an elemental relic with an elemental weapon. I'm going to show you what effect it actually has. So I'm going to take a look at this. The Vengeful Infinity has electrocute damage per second of 13,831, and what I'm going to use in conjunction with this in a moment is the shock damage relic plus 33%, and we're going to take a look and see what happens when we apply the damage. Now, unfortunately, I slagged the enemy a moment ago, so I'm going to wait for him to lose the slag any time today. Now, what you might have noticed is I have the badass rank turned off. I also have no skill points added. I have no amplifying shield like the B shield, and basically we're going to be looking at the very base damage that the weapon causes. So with the electric pistol, you can see the damage there. Just the weapon on its own is 27,000. If we look here, we can see 27,000 on the damage. When I get him to proc, see that the damage is at 46, 47, 4800 damage there. So that's the weapon's damage caused just as it is, without any outside influences from the skill tree or badass rank. Now when I switch over to using the shock damage relic, we'll take a look at that. It says here, elemental relic, shock damage plus 33%, increases all damage done with a specific damage type. So basically, if you're using an elemental weapon, it will increase the elemental damage caused by 33%. And that's to the weapon's base damage and the damage per second. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this, and we're going to then shoot at the enemy. Now, you knew before that the base damage was 27,000. Now when I shoot him in the body, he says, you can see it's gone up to 36,000. So the 33% has been increased to the total amount of damage done. Now if I get him to proc, you can see there 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. So the damage per second has also increased by 33%. So the weapon's base damage starts at 27,000, and the electrocute damage per second is 13,000 odd points. But when you add the relic, the 33% increases the weapon's base damage, but it also increases the electrocute damage per second. And that's pretty much how the take a look. That's pretty much how the elemental relics work. The 33% is added to all damage done with the specific damage type. So if it's an electric weapon and it's causing 27,000 electric damage as a standard, then it's going to increase that by 33%. And if it's damage per second is listed, then it's going to increase the damage per second by 33% as well. So an elemental relic is actually really quite a good thing to use if you have any decent elemental weapons. Now, unfortunately, in my relic list, I don't have a cooldown rate relic, unfortunately, but I will explain them as simply as I can without actually looking at an elemental relic type. So we're going to say, for example, that this is a cooldown rate relic, and let's say that it has a certain percentage of cooldown rate. When you use your special ability, pressing the F key, and in Siren's case, a phase lock, the phase lock has a certain duration of time. So let's say that the phase lock lasts for 10 seconds. If you get a cooldown rate relic and it says cooldown rate plus 50%, what that's going to do is the time that you have to wait until that you can use that ability again is going to drop to half. Because it's 50%, it's going to drop by half. So instead of waiting 10 seconds for it to come back, you're going to be waiting 5 seconds. And that's how the cooldown rate system works. So if you can find a really good cooldown rate relic, and you like to be popping off your phase lock quite a lot as a siren, then a cooldown rate relic is really going to help you out. But that's how it works. Simply put, it will reduce the amount of time between uses with your special ability. And that's pretty much it for the cooldown rate relic and the elemental relics. That's how it works. I hope this video has proven helpful to you, and if there are any other things in Borderlands 2 that you boys and girls out there would like to know, then just pop a question in the comments box and I'll be more than happy to try and put up a video explaining it for you there. Until then, take care and have lots of fun. Bye bye for now.